I have been seeing these amazing looking teriyaki chicken pineapple bowls all over the internet, man. But what I haven't seen is hardly anybody doing these on the grill. I'm not doing teriyaki chicken because I want to keep it simple. This is kind of a base cook that I'm going to build up on and kind of come up with my own version. I set up the grill for a direct heat this time, which means I'm just going to be cooking right over the coals. I very seldom do that. When you're cooking directly over the coals, you want to first make sure they're spread out evenly across the grate. The second thing you want to do is make sure that they're completely ashed over before putting on the food. Now that's not always important when you're doing an indirect cook, but it becomes important when you're cooking directly over the coals. Until charcoal is completely ashed over, it's still rising in heat. Once charcoal is completely ashed over, it has reached its maximum heat. So when you're cooking directly over the coals, that's a little bit more important than when you're cooking indirect. So while the grill is coming up to temp, I went ahead on inside and started prepping my chicken thighs. I'm not doing anything special here. I'm just dusting them with some poultry seasoning, seasoning them well on both sides. So by the time I got done with that, my coals were already ashed over and ready to go. So I went ahead and put my chicken on, and since I had the whole grill, um, I went ahead and threw some corn on the cob on there as well. Now, anytime you're cooking directly over the coals, you want to stay close to the grill. I let these go for about 10 to 15 minutes before turning them or before looking at them, and then I started turning them and looking at the color. I think it took about 30 minutes or so to get that chicken ready. I temped it and it was over 65. Some of it was right around 75, so it was ready to pull off. So I went ahead and pulled that chicken off, and the corn on the cob was looking good too. So pulled everything off the grill. And then it was time to turn my attention to the pineapple. Now the key to getting that beautiful dramatic presentation that you see online is to very carefully cut all the way through the pineapple, including the crown. That pineapple rind is very, very thick, so if you have one, it's best to use a serrated knife for this. Cutting through that pineapple, you're just gonna have a lot more success, and it's gonna be a lot easier than if you're trying to use like your chef's knife or one of these kitchen knives. Here, I've already cut mine in half, and that is what you're looking for. Now, as I said earlier, I looked at a lot of recipes, and almost nobody was including pineapple in the actual filling. And the couple of videos that I was able to find that were doing the chicken on the grill didn't do the pineapple on the grill. So I wanted to be sure I incorporated that. So what I decided to do was take my pineapple halves and just season them up and put them on the grill face down until I got the caramelization that I wanted. The seasoning I'm using here is just cinnamon and brown sugar. Sprinkle that over the pineapple halves evenly and just kind of patted them in, made sure they were good to go. And then put them face down on the grill. So I just let them go like that, face down, checking them every few minutes until I saw the caramelization that I wanted. Ow! Ow! And this is what they came off the grill looking like. So after letting them rest a few minutes, it was time for me to start creating this pineapple bowl. Now what I did is take a sharp knife and I just cut all the way around the perimeter of the bowl. And then I cut lines lengthwise and widthwise to make cubes. Once I did that, I took a spoon and just scooped out the pineapples into a bowl. Now, to be honest with you, getting that pineapple out of there, even though I had cut it in advance, was a little more challenging than I thought it was. So I'm gonna have to keep working on that, come up with a better way to get that pineapple out of there. So my pineapple is all scooped out and my bowls are ready. hang out with me again sometimes, man. It's always a pleasure. It's Run on the Grill.